Good morning, everyone. I'm Rick,
Good morning, I'm Andrea.
and this is Living in Italy under lockdown and quarantine on Travel Addicts Life.
Day 36, Sunday, April 12th.
Happy
Easter!
Easter!
Happy Easter, everybody. Here's our beautiful Easter egg with pistachio.
So we're going to be eating this tonight on quarantine cocktails for Easter.
For Easter, exactly. Going to be cocktail and chocolate. Beautiful.
Absolutely. Guys, we have a great show today. This
Yes.
is really cool.
Yes, today we have Easter at the Opera. Our great friend Jeremy Frank from Los Angeles Opera talked to us yesterday. We had a nice chat on camera, on Skype, and we were chatting about opera and his job and his fabulous idea, which is he put like a series of YouTube video called Opera Happy Hour, where he teaches about opera and how to listen to the opera. And
But there's a twist.
But there's a twist. With a glass of wine.
Yes, or two.
It's kind of like our quarantine
cocktails.
cocktail, but with opera and something informative that you can learn about. So I put the link of his video down here, and we'll put the full interview here, and you can follow Jeremy. His YouTube videos are very, very informative, and a strong suggestion to take a look. It's beautiful.
Yes, definitely. So, how do you like our haircuts?
We had a few comments. Sunny said that mine looks better than his. Yes, it's true. I think we went a little too short.
It's my fault. Everyone in Travel Addicts Land, it's my fault, not his. He did a fine job. Here's the thing. You know how we're using the clippers? There's all these different lengths. And I decided this time to use the shortest one. Normally I use 6 millimeters, which is about like that long. But this time I went to use that long, like super, super tiny.
Yeah.
And
the moment it did zzz, it was like
oh shit. But I used that one for you.
Yeah, but fine. I have like zero hair.
And your head isn't shaped like an egg like mine is.
So, anyways, it's a working
That's
progress.
right. In 2 weeks, well, you know what? When all the quarantine crap is over, then it'll grow in because it'll take about 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna go away.
It'll be fine. But hey, now I'm happy I can use the scissors now.
I know.
Yeah, that's
We
great.
learned that little
That's
trick
great.
as well.
That's great. So we noticed that some of you didn't get to see the video yesterday. It's really important that you hit the subscribe button. If you hit
the red button down
Yes.
here and the little bell next to it.
Yes, if you hit the subscribe button, then at least you'll be notified whenever new videos come out, which is every day anyways.
Yep.
So there you go. And thanks for sending in some travel photos. We're going to keep them coming, and then we're going to create like a little video. So if you have
a little collection, and you'll see the best one.
Your favorite travel videos, go to info@traveladdictslife.com.
Good, excellent. So we're gonna post the interview with Jeremy here now.
Yes.
Keep in mind, it was on Skype.
Skype made a big boo-boo.
So the quality is not the greatest, and they cut our face in half. But Jeremy is in the middle, so Jeremy is perfect.
Jeremy's good, but if you ever do a recording of a video, do not use Skype because they're gonna.
Or if you're by yourself, that's fine. But if two people, no Skype.
Well, but what if you're sitting on the side and then it chops you out?
Middle.
So you guys are gonna see. Anyway, here's the video of Jeremy Frank doing his thing.
We'll be back.
Today we have with us our friend Jeremy Frank. He's a vocal coach and assistant conductor at the LA Opera.
And during this lockdown, he started making a YouTube video called Opera Happy Hour, where he teaches about opera to everyone. So, Jeremy, can you tell us a little more about this?
Sure. And thanks for having me on. It's nice to see you guys.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Opera Happy Hour was sort of the brainchild of the director of education and community development at LA Opera, Stacy Brightman. We were talking as soon as LA went on to lockdown. She called and she said, "Would you be willing to help?" And before she finished the sentence, I said, "Yes, I'm more than happy to help, but we should really have this conversation tomorrow because my husband and I just are sitting on our porch having a happy hour right now." And that was what gave her the idea that it might be fun to pair the idea of teaching opera for people who don't know very much about opera with us entertaining as we do from our home bar.
And the opera and wine is a match made in heaven.
It is. It's as old as opera and probably as wine itself.
So what's the favorite part of your job?
Gosh, one of the best parts of my job is that it's super multifaceted. And in fact, so at LA Opera, I work with the chorus as one of the big parts of my job. I play rehearsals. I serve as a coach for our young artists, singers, and pianists. And I assist sort of the rest of the team in the music library. So in some ways, going on lockdown and having all of these new skills be called on and need to be developed and spring forth, it doesn't feel entirely out of place for the kind of work that we do in the Opera House.
So you can still teach and remotely, like on Skype and stuff like that?
Wait a second. Can you teach me help me with my karaoke skills?
I probably might be able to. I don't know. That is not exactly my expertise, but I've been really happy to find just how many things are possible to teach about this remotely.
I'm a big opera fanatic, but don't ask me to sing. I'm terrible. But I love opera, and I've seen many, many, many operas in my life. So I love going to the opera.
I have to say, it's sometimes when people hear that I'm a vocal coach, they make the assumption that I'm a singer myself. And though I sing at work, I'm not trained the same way that opera singers are either. And in fact, we have a special name for it. We call my voice the voce di coche, which means coach voice.
So you might know that here in Modena, we have a very famous vocal opera school, because Mirella Freni started one that she just passed away actually very recently. Yeah, it was very sad. And there's a street like next to the Pavarotti Theater, and when you walk down, they have the windows open. You actually can hear people practicing. It's really, really cool.
You can be eating gelato and listening to
opera.
listening to practice.
Yeah, every time Evan, my husband, and I travel in Italy, we always try to go to the theater and see opera, because it's absolutely the birthplace of the art form, and it's amazing to see repertoire that was written for those theaters in those theaters.
Yeah, and the acoustic in those theaters is like really, really nice. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. How long have you worked with LA Opera for?
I'm finishing the end of my 12th full season in LA, and before that I did some apprenticeships in Houston at Houston Grand Opera and San Francisco Opera as well.
Oh, so 12 seasons. What do you think your favorite opera is?
Gosh, it's almost always the opera that I'm working on at that moment. Unfortunately, we had to just cancel the performances of Péléas et Mélisande by Debussy. And I was very excited to work on this piece, because it's a piece in the repertoire that almost never gets an opportunity to be performed. It's just that rare. So I'm hoping that down the road we'll come around to it again and put it on a future season. But it's been an amazing piece to study.
Yeah, it's an opera I'm not very familiar with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here in Italy, usually operas are more like the Italian opera, more performed than the other like non-Italians. Usually,
I think it's fair to say that throughout the world, Italian opera is performed a little bit more than other opera as well, because the Italian opera represents something like 80% of our repertoire. So you guys knew how to do it well right out of the gate.
Yeah, and then there's Wagner.
And then there's Wagner, and that's another huge chunk. In fact, on the Opera Happy Hour series, each of the first 3 episodes, I spend some time talking about Wagner.
I did watch yours. It's fantastic, and I'm a big Wagner fanatic. Even though I'm Italian, I still love Wagner, and some of his operas are like masterpieces.
Yeah.
So you already told us how do you come up with the idea of Opera Happy Hour, and actually I think it's a brilliant idea. So we would like to hear something, if you can play for us something a little bit. Maybe something cheerful, like the toast from Traviata, and we can toast to this virus going away.
Going away and quickly. Yeah, I'd love to play a little excerpt from the Libiamo, and just something to set off everybody's day on the right foot.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Nicely done,
Thank
Jeremy.
you.
Done.
Thank you so much.
I felt
My
like
pleasure.
I felt like I was at the Pavarotti Theater.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Jeremy, for your time. It was very, very nice talking to you, and we hope to talk to you again very soon.
Me too, and hopefully in person.
Thank you. So, and Jeremy's note of Traviata, cheers.
Cheers.
With coffee, still morning. But tonight, remember, quarantine cocktail hour at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and 7 p.m.
Italy.
And Europe
Yes.
time.
Yes.
We'll wait for you. We're gonna have chocolate and wine, and we'll talk about this beautiful sunny Easter.
Yes. And in the meantime, happy Easter, and we really hope that the Easter Bunny squashes the coronavirus.
And it will. So happy Easter, everybody. See you tonight at Quarantine Cocktail Hour.
Bye,
Ciao.
guys. We love you.